Today, on Be Something Wonderful, how to ask for, imagine, and manifest what you want. I am your host, Tom Kearin, and this is the Be Something Wonderful studio of higher consciousness, where we help you level up and become the best version of yourself. Creators, welcome back. Big video this morning. I want to talk about this session I had yesterday with a client. She discovered us about 7 months ago, discovered our channel. And she has a really strong faith-based background, is what she was explaining, Christian background. And she would pray and ask for what she wants. And then she discovered the whole idea of manifesting and creating. Neville got it, all the teachings, law of attraction, all of that. But she goes, it was really frustrating to me because I felt at many times that it just seemed impossible, that I was deceiving myself. And this especially was with respect to relationships. Well, she goes, your channel changed everything for me. It was like you were teaching us how to ask or how to imagine what we need. Because she goes, I affirmed and I imagined, but it was coming from a place where it felt like I wasn't. You talked about being the center, and when I moved to the center of it, and I imagined from that center, that's when things changed in my life. I'm going to talk about some of the things that we had talked about. And one of her lots of stuff that have been changing in her life. One was just relationships that she said never worked out. Well, she just met a guy that she really likes. It's going well. They're even on New Year's. They're going on a ski trip. And she goes, Tom, it never occurred to me, but I always wanted to learn how to ski. He's a ski instructor. And so he's going to teach her how to ski. She goes, it wasn't on my mind consciously, but that's something I always wanted to do. It's just perfect. So she's really feeling the power here. And I want to talk about some of the things we touched on that I've talked about in other videos and that she even mentioned. She particularly mentioned the one where we talked about John 16, 23, and 24, where we talked about that in the original unedited scripture version of scripture, there were two sentences that were edited out of the modern day Bible. I've talked about that in other videos, but we're going to present it here in John 16, 23, 24. But so, yeah, it does seem impossible sometimes, right? And it feels like, I get it, you feel like you're deceiving yourself, right? But here's the thing. You're not, because you are that center of reality. You are, 3D reality comes out from within you. You're the center of the divine mind, center of God consciousness. With men, this is impossible, yes. With this idea that I am not yet that person I want to be, because when she was imagining, when she was affirming, she was still looking out there. She said she was still seeing herself as a person that can't find the right relationship. She was still in that identity that I am not yet that which I want to be. I hope I will be. And I'm imagining it and I'm affirming it, but I'm not that yet. You can't experience what you're not conscious of being. That would be deceitful, right? That would be deceiving, right? I am, your awareness of being is consciousness. That changes reality, right? And it says right here in Scripture, do not be deceived. God is not mocked. For whatever man sows, that he will reap. Do not be deceived, meaning you can't be aware of something that you're not and expect to experience it in your reality. If you're aware of, I am not that person I want to be yet, then you don't have that experience of that reality. That's what they're saying. Do not be deceived. God is not mocked. So for whatever a man sows, that he will reap. Remember, this is not a warning. It's telling you that you are that I am awareness. And whatever you're conscious of being, that's your experience, right? Who and what you are conscious and aware of being will be your experience of reality. It's law. It's law. That's why. Do not be deceived. God cannot be mocked. This is law. It works according to law. You would be deceiving yourself, right? If you believe that you can be conscious and aware of not being something and still have that experience in reality, then you're deceiving yourself, right? So remember, the assumptions and your self-concept are about who you are, create and manifest your entire life experience. Your assumptions, in other words, your self-concept, who and what you're conscious of being, what you're aware of, create and manifest your entire life experience. All of it. Do not be deceived. God is not mocked. Right? If you're conscious and aware of being something you are not, that is going to be your experience. That's going to be your entire life experience. That's what that means. That's powerful. No matter how much you imagine and affirm your desired reality and identity, like she did, if you are fixated on judged, unwanted manifested conditions of I am not yet that person I want to be, I do not yet have that thing that I want, then it's impossible to be saved. That's why Jesus, with men, this is impossible. With you declaring I am not, with you fixated on the 3D reality and what you're experiencing, then it is impossible, because I am is your Savior. Who and what you're conscious of being, what you're aware of, already conscious of being that person you want to be, already conscious and being aware of already having those things you want to have, is your Savior, right? So God is not mocked, is not a warning. This is what the Course in Miracles says, but a reassurance. God would be mocked if any of his creations lacked holiness or wholeness or completeness or abundance. I love this. I've talked about this in other videos. I also talked about, because she has that faith-based background, we talked a lot about this, right? God is not mocked is not a warning, but a reassurance that God would be mocked if any of his creations lacked holiness, wholeness, completion, abundance. God would be mocked if you're not consciously of already being that person that you want to be, already having that and not being it and having it, not receiving it, not experiencing that as your 3D experience, not having that knowing experientially, then God would be mocked, right? Or God would be mocked if you're imagining that you're not something and then you become it. God would be mocked. I am is not mocked. I am not is mocking God. And that is self-deception. Because I am not is impossible. Do you see it? That's where the mocking comes in. That's where the self-deception comes in. When you say, I am not that person I want to be yet. When I am not where I want to be in life. Now that's being mocked, because I am is total completion. It's total fulfillment. It's about you opening up your perception to all that is and all that you are. Seeing more of who you are. When you imagine it, imagining yourself at the center of the divine mind as you affirm and imagine your desired outcome. Put yourself at the center of creation, right? I am is complete. It's whole or holy. It's your true nature, right? It's natural. Remember this, imagining and affirming who you already are, knowing that that's already a reality within you, is natural. I am is a natural feeling. I am not's not natural. That's why it doesn't feel good. When you say, I am not yet that person I want to be, that's not natural. It might be normal. It might be a normal experience for you, but it's not natural. That's why it doesn't feel good. That's why it feels, quote, negative, because it's not true to your true nature. Absolute pure positive energy, absolute abundance is your true nature. That's powerful. So, Matthew 19:26. But with God, all things are possible. That's the big piece, right? With men, this is impossible. With you, with your focus out there in the conditions, with your focus on, I'm not that person, I'm not the person I want to be yet, then it's impossible. But with God, with I am, with your I am awareness that I'm already that person I want to be, all things are possible. All things, right? With your I am awareness of already being that which you desire to be and already having what you want, all things are possible. I am not yet may feel normal to you, but it's not natural. It's not your nature. That's what Jesus meant when he said, ask in my name or nature. What's my name or nature? I am. Not I am not, but I am. So that's why it feels negative. Non-fulfillment and lack is not natural. I am not yet that person I desire to be. I do not have yet what I desire to have. It's not natural. Remember, it's already there. It's not about getting anything. It's about, like I said yesterday, it's about demonstrating the fulfillment that's already within you, right? So it's not your true nature. I am is your true nature. I am is your truth of being. Already that which you desire to be. That's what I am is. It's the truth of being already that which you desire to be. All things are possible because I am is all things, all potential, all possibilities, and all things. It's absolute potential, all power, all knowing, all possibilities. It's all that is. That's why all things are possible. So, and remember, I've talked about this in other videos, but I talked about the John 16, 23 and 24. In the modern day Bible, that's the edited version. Still powerful. But the two sentences that were edited out of the 4th century edits are even more powerful, and we're going to go over those today. Whatever you ask the Father in my name, he will give you. Whatever. It's unlimited. Whatsoever you ask for, there is absolutely no limitation here. That you ask. What does asking mean? This is really what she gleaned from the channel over the last few months, right? Where she used to pray and ask. Asking's about assuming it, imagining it, claiming it, announcing it, declaring that that's your reality from I am. Whatever you ask the Father, whatever you ask Source or First Cause, right? In my name, in my nature, in as I am, in as all that is. Do you see it? I and the Father are one, but the Father is greater than I. Whatever I ask the Father, that Source of which I am, with which I am one. Whatever I ask in my name, I am. Remember, Jesus represents your I am awareness. Whatever I ask in my I am awareness, whatever I'm aware and conscious of being, as the center of reality, as the center of the divine mind, as I declare and announce and claim my reality, he will give you. Interesting, because a lot of people say, well, that sounds like the future, but it's not talking about the future. Remember, the will he will give you will is a modal verb, right? It's a modal used with the verb to give, the infinitive to give. The modal, will, plus the infinitive give, means or expresses absolute certainty, absolute conviction. Whatever you ask the Father, Source, as Source, whatever you ask Source, the Father, as Source, as knowing that you're one with the Father, one with Source, he will give you. Meaning it's done. It's an absolute certainty right now, in this now moment. He will give you. Means and expresses it means an absolute certainty. Will, as a modal verb, it can express the future. But in this case, with the modal, it's expressing absolute certainty. It's expressing absolute conviction. That's what that means there. It's done. It's yours. I am that. That's powerful. It's an announcement of reality or what's natural. It's an announcement of the fact. They're declaring that this is a fact. This is the truth of being. Whatever you ask, whatever you imagine, whatever you assume, whatever you claim, announce, declare, whatever you are conscious of being, right, in this moment, consciously aware of being, I am that I am. He will give you. In other words, it's yours. It's done. It's done. It means expresses absolute certainty and conviction, right? The one and only reality, or the one and only source, the great I am, the Father. That's what we're talking about. God would be mocked and you would be deceived if this were not true. Then it would be deceiving. Then God would be mocked if this wasn't absolutely the truth of reality, of ultimate reality. That whatever you ask, whatever you imagine, whatever you're consciously aware of being, who and what you're consciously aware of being, whatever you claim and announce in my name, in my nature, in the name of I am, in being one with the Father, He will give you. It's absolute certainty, absolute conviction. It's done. It's yours. I am that I am. Right? The one and only reality or source, the Father, the great I am. It's yours. That's power. So, and then the second part, 16:24 of John, until now, you have asked nothing in my name. And I love the way this is worded. I've mentioned this in other videos. Until now, meaning the past and future, are irrelevant. They're irrelevant. We're talking about now, the only moment there is. That's what manifesting and reality creation is about. It's about you experiencing that one moment now, that one moment in eternity, from infinite viewpoints and vantage points. Right? Until now, you have asked nothing. You keep saying, I am not that yet. I am not there yet. I don't have it yet. The conditions haven't gotten better yet. I haven't healed myself yet. I haven't done this yet. I haven't done that. That person hasn't changed. I am not that yet. So until now, you have asked nothing in my name. In other words, in my nature, as I am in the now moment. Your nature is absolute fulfillment now. That's what that means in my name, in the name of I am. The conviction of already being that which you want to be. It's the natural feeling of wish fulfilled. That's what Neville Goddard was getting at, the naturalness of the state. That's the feeling. It's a natural conviction within you that I am that I am. Ask and you will receive that your joy may be full. The second part of that. Ask, again, asking equals receiving. Desiring equals fulfillment. It's all happening now. Right? Imagine it. Assume it. Declare it. That you've already received it. That it's already fulfilled. And you will receive that your joy may be filled. Again, using the modal will with the infinitive receive. You will receive means it's absolute certainty. It's a foregone conclusion. It's a fact. It's the truth. It's done. You will receive that. Ask from inside my name, right? Within my name, in my nature, and you will receive that your joy may be full, that you will be fulfilled, that you will experience wish fulfilled, that you will have fulfillment. And remember, now I want to talk about the unedited version, the original, unedited, Aramaic, retranslated text right here. All things that you ask straightly, directly from inside my name, you will be given. Very similar, this first part. But what I like about it, it's still saying all things, but it says ask straightly and directly from inside my name. Wow! Directly and straightly means without conditions, without attachments, without judgments of what's going on out there in the 3D conditions. Right? You're judging nothing. You're asking straightly, directly from inside my name. In other words, you're going directly to your source, directly to the Father, right? As one with source, from inside my name, from inside that I am that I am. You're asking as source. Not someone that believes that there's a small me that has to work my way up to deserve what I get, that has to heal myself, fix myself, or conditions have to get better until I get what I want. Ask straightly, ask directly from inside my name, and you will be given. You will be given. I love that. Again, expressing the certainty of it, expressing that there's no doubt here. That it is yours, right, when you ask my name, that it's already yours, it's always been yours. It's my Father's good pleasure to give you the kingdom. It's already yours. That's powerful. Remember, we've talked about this, right? And we have this sense that there's the small me, and that you have to work your way up to be that person you want to be. We've got the physical reality. We've got to take action in the physical reality to make things happen. Then we've got to feel better about it, right? We've got to feel good. And then if we feel good, we can create some thought. We can flip thoughts and feelings and feel better about ourselves. And then if we flip thoughts and feelings, then our assumptions and our beliefs will change. right? Then if our assumptions and beliefs will change, then our identity will change. We'll finally be that person we want to be. And if we are that person we want to be, then we'll recognize that I am awareness that we're the Son of God, right? And that we're one with the Father. Remember, this is the levels of creation. You start at level 7 as source, as the Father, as the isness of the great I am. Then you have level 6, the beingness of reality, the Son of God. Where if this is all power and all knowing, this is infinite, that power is infinite and unlimited. This is limitless. This is the unlimited power in your hands, right? As that I am awareness. And then you have the identity of I am, your I am identity as the Son of Man, your self-concept, your assumption of being. And then you have your assumptions and beliefs, core assumptions and beliefs like linear time, space, and limitations, right? That, oh yeah, I am that identity, but I'm in this time and space, and I'm limited by I have certain limitations. Then you have your thoughts and feelings about it. Then you have your emotions, and then you have the physical reality. Every level is creative, right? You can create an experience on every level, but the higher levels is where source is. That's the source of all of this. That's the source of reality. So it's knowing that you're not the small me trying to work your way up and improve all of these levels and conditions. That you're at the center of reality. That you are the center. And that when you call something into being, it must be from that I am awareness. It's knowing that this me is all of this. You are all of this. You're one with infinity. There is no separation. We have dotted lines to show you that there's no separation between you from what you believe is the small me and who you really are. That you are one. You are all that is. You are infinity, right? So the truth is, you are the center of creation in the divine mind. It's putting you, she mentioned that. She put herself at the center of it. Understood that there's no separation, even though you have that experience of separation. Right? You have the experience of separation so you can know yourself experientially as source. Right? That's powerful. If you remember this, we did videos on that. And then it goes on to say in that John 16, 23, 24, ask without hidden motive. In other words, not judging yourself, not judging conditions, not trying to fix yourself, not trying to improve yourself, not saying that I am not yet, right? When we're focused on the little me, it's I am not yet. And we're trying to work our way up to something. Instead, I am that. And I am all of it, right? That's powerful, right? So ask without hidden motive. Ask without needing out there to be different. In other words, assume that you already are that person you want to be without judging the present conditions, without judging anything. Because remember, this level 1, with all of the physical manifested reality, is reality. It's part of the greater reality of all that is. There's no separation, so revel in it. Don't try to beat on it or change it or fix yourself. Embrace it, bring it in, and then call forth what part of infinity you want to experience next. That's powerful. And then it says, in this unedited version, and be surrounded by the answer, be enveloped by what you desire that your gladness may be full. Remember, you are the center of infinity. You're at the center of the creation, the center of all power, the center of all knowing, the center of everything. You don't have to work your way up. You're already surrounded and enveloped by everything you want. Do you see that? This is a powerful picture of that. When you think the me is out here somewhere, then it does feel difficult. But the me is at the center of it. Right? You're not on the outside looking in on infinity. You are infinity. You are all that is. Right? So be surrounded means you are surrounded. Be enveloped by what you desire. It means you are enveloped by what you desire. You already are. That's the message from Scripture in this original unedited version of John 16, 23 and 24, those missing sentences. Be surrounded means you are already surrounded by the answer. Be enveloped by what you desire is that fulfillment, your desires are already fulfilled. That your gladness may be full, that you are fulfillment. Right? Remember what Neville Goddard says, in the awareness of being, all things are possible. So in the awareness of being, all things are possible, he said, he's talking about Jesus, you shall decree a thing and it shall come to pass. This is his decreeing, rising in consciousness and the naturalness of being the thing desired. Again, he talks about the naturalness. It's natural to be the center of everything you want and everything you desire. It's natural to be already surrounded by it. It's natural to already be enveloped by everything you desire. You don't have to work your way up levels. You are all levels. You are all infinity. You are already all that is. Level 7, right? You are the Son of God, or that beingness. You do have an identity or a self-concept that you're identifying with, right? You do have some core assumptions and beliefs that you can loosen now, knowing who you really are, right? And then you do have thoughts and feelings based on what you assume and believe. But now you know that you can decide which ones you want, because none of them, they're all changing. So none of them are reality. They're all just a reflection within reality. Do you see it? None of them are true of who you really are, but they're taking place within the awareness of who you are. And you have emotions and feelings, and then you have that physical manifested reality, but it's all you, and you are at the center. That's what we got at in yesterday's lesson. That's how to ask, imagine, and manifest what you want. I am your host, Tom Kearin, and this is the Be Something Wonderful studio of higher consciousness, where we help you level up and become the best version of yourself. Creators, thank you. Thank you for being with me. Thank you for liking and sharing and commenting on the videos. Thank you for being part of our Facebook group, the Be Something Wonderful Ambassadors, at facebook.com/groups/Be Something Wonderful, for joining us on Instagram and Twitter at Tom Kearin, and for being part of our TikTok at Be Something Wonderful. Also for being part of the membership channel. If you're a member, thank you for joining. If you're not a member, there's a link below. We do have a live stream, our 9th live stream, scheduled for later this month to be broadcast exclusively on the Be Something Wonderful membership channel. That's going to be Saturday, December 30th, 2023, the last live stream of the year. It's going to be a big one, I'm certain it will. At 9 a.m. Pacific Coast Standard Time, right here, we're going to come to you live from the studios at Be Something Wonderful. Send your questions to info@besomethingwonderful.com. We're going to have a lot of fun with this. Also, there's new content coming out on the Be Something Wonderful membership channel. Creators, with great love, with great light and infinite gratitude, this is Tom with the Be Something Wonderful studios here in Las Vegas. Till next time, we'll see you soon.